Welcome, sisters. Welcome to our program On Target. As usual, as soon as we start this program, you can pick up a telephone and give us a call. We never have a subject matter. We speak about anything. Politics, religion, socioeconomic issues, issues trending, any topical issue of the day. But most important, you can introduce your own topic. Remember, we're on RealFM 91.9. We're on YouTube and the Facebook pages of RealFM Francis Pierre On Target. You can find our posts there. We always encourage you to like and share our program and subscribe. It's always important for the program and the radio station when you like and share our program. Just touch the like button or the hands up button, and that will be very good for us. And we basically provoke discussion. The program is for 1 hour. We don't like rules. We encourage people to be respectful. Let us be respectful and tolerant to dissenting views. Share our program and discuss the issues. Sometimes the discussion have to start in our very homes, in the community, on the block. Let us always encourage one another. Encourage one another to build up one another. I think today it's very important that we ask a question to government, but also ask a question to you, all who is listening to us, all who want to participate in the program. And even if you didn't call, you should discuss it. We have a program in Grenada called the Imani program. And I think the time is opportune. The time is right. The time has come for government to publicly state what they're doing with that program. What is their intention? It is not right. It is not fair. It is not good to have the people involved in this program under this stressful situation. They're in limbo. They don't know what is going to happen to their job. Quite a lot of them. They don't know if they will be fired or if they will be kept. The government has been taking some dramatic decision and firing people. Sometimes they get the letter firing them on Tuesday to inform them that the Friday before was the last day of work. It must bring about psychological impact. It must arouse a lot of emotion. Late in 2022, in fact in December, October, November, December, somewhere thereabout, they had a meeting with some members of the Imanis, and they informed them that those 25, 35 and over would lose their job. They claimed that they would get the letters in December and they would not return in January. In one meeting, one young lady told me, she asked them, what happens if I don't get my letter before December? They say you're going to get it. She is still working. I spoke to her yesterday. She has not received letter. But she says she's been hearing that very soon. I don't think that is right. I don't think that is fair. If the government intends, the government needs to inform the public what they intend to do with this program. Over 3,000 people involved in this program. We know the National Democratic Congress have always had issues with that program from day one. During the 2008-2013 period, they fired the people in the program. They made a new program. They give it a long name. I can't remember what is the name. And they cut down the amount of people that in it by more than half. The government apologized to the Imani. In 2022, before the election, they said what we do in the 2008 period was a mistake. In fact, they qualify it as a political mistake. Say, this time we will make you permanent. But with all what is going on, with all the people the government promised to make permanent, with over 2,000 people who have already lost their jobs, speculation is running wild among the Imanis. And I think common decency, to borrow a phrase from the Minister of Foreign Affairs, common decency would dictate that the government should not spring the decision on these people, but should give them some time for it to sink in. It's not easy to be involved, to be employed, to be involved in a program for 10 years. And then you are fired without justification, without rationale, without common reason, or without even logic. So I think the government owes the public an explanation to give the people, let the people know what you intend with them, what you intend to do with them. You see, it would arouse a lot of emotion. It would cause them a lot of trauma. They're under psychological pressure because they don't know if tomorrow is the last day. And it would contribute to more speculation that is not in the interest of the very government. I appeal to number 10 not to turn your backs on the Imani. You have been around them for all the time you have been in politics. You have supported the program. So now don't trade them for selfish reasons. Don't trade them for selfish reasons. Don't turn your back on them. Don't betray them. Remember, the people that involved in this program are the people who was crying out for a second chance. And government answered the call. I consider the Imani program as one of the best programs instituted in Grenada in the last 8 decades to increase the opportunity for young people to be more competitive on the job market. Some of the institutions in the Caribbean would tell you that 60% of the persons looking for a job do not have the talents nor the skills for the job they are looking for. We have high unemployment in the country. So initiating the Imani program 10 or 15 years ago was a godsend. Imagine with one stroke of the pen, 3,000 young people were given a job, was provided an opportunity to get work experience, was able to preserve their self-worth, their self-respect, and their dignity. Most important, was provided with a source of income. The environment, the infrastructure was created so that they could further the education. And several of them did. Some of them are teachers now. Some of them had the opportunity to go to China and Morocco. Some of them had the opportunity to go to the agriculture college in Trinidad. Some of them had the opportunity to go to SGU and universities. So the program has done wonders for quite a lot of people. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, scholar, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, as an Imani, Mr. Pierre could say the Imani program was a success. Success for the young people, and even for the business people. Because when a child just leaves school and he might get a job for about 2-3 years, and then he come that he had to send out something for some civic for work. One thing that the first thing that will disqualify you is here what they're asking experience. They're asking for experience. Once you have experience and someone will come with a job with experience, automatically they will have the person with experience. Right? So with the Imani comment stream, it gives the young people that experience. So whenever the job market, whenever the availability for work, and they have the experience already, they could easily get the work. Right? They easily get the work. And I could say, Mr. Pierre, yes, some of the people that was in Imani, some of them become managers, some of them become teachers. And through the Imani, some of them be more qualified teachers, better teachers than those that didn't pass through the Imani. So that was a success to the people of going to compete in mathematics. Right? And so when you look at what is what happened in the Imani, you need to find more young women entering the Imani program. The government did not stop there. The government recognized there was something that missing from that. And what was missing from that, a lot of the young men were not getting involved. They don't go back in a class. The government did other program for the young men to learn skills. And when they came into that program and they learned skills and they run their own business now. So you see the environment you made for young people, put them to train. Right? They could mind their own business and develop, and they could even hire other people to work along with them. So that's what the Imani was a success. And as we always say, one of the most important, or even the most important program any government ever did in the country and through the Caribbean was the Imani. And that Imani was a life so for other countries. Because there were a lot of young people that were outside there, and there was nothing for them to do. But by the government opening the program and involving young people in different programs, other countries look at that and they see if Grenada could do that and it be successful, they want to do it. They want to do it. I say at that time, Grenada was a living example for other countries to follow. But now, Grenada, they can fall back. Right? I could remember again, Mr. Pierre, you have where in the government in 2008, like if they spend $50,000, right, they do a business, they collect in $2,000, where you fall in about $18,000 short. When you operate a business like that, you more fail. When you go into business, you made a profit. And if you manage something and you're getting less than what you spend to do with any fundraiser, that means you cannot manage what you're doing. So a country need a good manager, someone that could manage something good, manage the money that they have. When people have money in their hand, they can't manage it. They spend it wisely. As you say, if you are children and you give them something and you teach them how to manage things, you want them to go just spend the money because they see money. And what I could remember the government said, in coming to office, the treasury was pregnant with money. And I don't see any job that the government created for money to be finished in the treasury. So,
yes, scholar, thank you. And I think people could call. It doesn't matter who you are and make your comments about the Imani program or anything. Do you believe the time has come when the government must clearly state what their position is? 1 year, the government reached 1 year since they're in government. And it's difficult. We have not seen what is the employment plan. which unemployment is one of the biggest issues in Grenada and some other Caribbean islands. And the government must unfold a plan where they will create employment. Instead of that, we witness over 2,000 people losing their job. It is not easy to be unemployed. But when you're already employed between 2 and 19 years, and you lose your job without warning, it is not easy. It has devastating consequences in some situations. Some people, because of their age, they pass 40 years. They've been working in an area for 16, 19 years, and they lost their job. They never even expected to lose their job. Yes, caller, welcome.
Afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
How the government going to do things when it didn't have a budget for anything?
We're not hearing you clearly.
You have to have a budget. You know, when Dr. Mitchell was there, you have a budget to manage all little things what you have in plan. If you don't have a budget to do that, how you go have things to in plan?
Well, the government needs to tell the Imani what is the status.
You can letting go people and you don't have no job for them. All you do is just let, you know, when you have a lot of little animals, and you just let them go and eat food. That what going on there?
They go damage people's property.
They go damage the people property. I hear a lady calling this morning and saying the people who don't have business today and the people and them come and open and break open them people business. You don't know why they're doing that? You don't know what is the problem. Self-employed. Your head leading you to the astray. You don't care if you go in jail. You don't care where you go. But that's what you continue to. Because if you have a job, Mr. Pierre, you wouldn't deal in things on them. They don't make plans for nobody. Only you hear people beating them out about planting flowers. Mr. Pierre, if you're planting flowers, you employ people to plant flowers.
Yeah,
you don't get people and slave. That's slave master. If you have planting flowers, you employ people to plant the flowers. So all that is a job market, you get money. This man in a listener tell you, I hear a lady calling last week on the radio station. Innocent, coconut, candy, all kind of things. Mr. Pierre, this is thing what we're doing from since day one. You are the cheap, you are the great one, you are all kind of
dog teeth and all.
Yeah, forge, you know what that coconut doesn't do. You know how many things, when you people come out abroad, how many things you just make to send go overseas for people. We're doing like if we didn't in Grenada. I don't understand what's, you know, like, oh, the Prime Minister come now and he's showing people what we never, things we know that we used to make with little dollar with before.
Well, the increase in the price of sugar might even affect this.
Increase in the price of sugar, what you want to do, you cannot do it. Because if you go sell something $1, you cannot sell it $1 because that's for 2 pounds of sugar is $5. So you got to put profit, put money for you to make profit. You know, some of us, we say we bright, but we still don't have sense. Because bright people, they say common sense come before book. But it's like we don't have no common sense. We do bright, we do our sense, we do our education, we do none, Mr. Pierre. And I find we talking like people that do our sense. Big people, big people. When you talk so, what you teach your children? Huh? I just can't understand. They have to employ people for people not to go and break open people. That is what I hear the lady supposed to say. Oh, you don't walk in, you don't have business, people break up in your place. Who calls them? They employ. That's what you go get.
Too much people lost their job in a short space of time.
In a short space of time, you have 1 year. The budget had read up to now, I don't see they do nothing for the 1 year budget. So what it is all about, that's what we have to look at. The one you bought, you don't have nothing in plan. So that's what you go get, Mr. Pierre. That's what we're looking for. They're lucky they don't kill us, they're gone thief. If they kill you, whether they go, they don't get what they want, you know what that? Mr. Pierre, have a blessed day, yes?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So you can give me a call and share your comments. We believe that the time has come that the government must state their position, give some economic reasons, some justification, some rationale for your actions towards the Imanis. We need to have some reasons because some of the actions the government have been taking. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my sister.
Topic on the money.
Yeah.
I just want to, see about a testimony I heard. The deceased, Elvin Nimrod from Carriacou. When he was talking, a young man was giving his testimony on his change of life through the money. When he said that he signed up through Mr. Nimrod, and then he was, I don't want to say what he was, but he go to the police station very regular on whatever it was. But he gave the testimony and said that when he go to the police station, he only go there to bring his keys for his business. And may God bless Mr. Nimrod's soul, and may God bless that young man in Carriacou who had set up his business and he started through the money. And as you're talking about the money program, it had lifted the life of a lot of young people, especially, young men that I know.
I think more women benefit from the money than men.
Yeah, but some men I know.
Yeah, you had one or two men.
Yeah.
80% of them was women.
Yes.
I used to see them passing.
But the men involved, especially that one in Carriacou that gave his testimony, I think GIS should have.
Yeah, you had one or two successful stories with men.
And even the Empower, because I know guys who did plumbing in the training and did
the
plumbing
Empower
and
program,
they did good jobs. No.
The Empower program was the one that associated with the guys from the prison?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Those guys, I don't want to see, but it's for certain guys that had different thing, and they brought them in that program to help them at risk, youth at risk, something like that. And then, Mr. Pierre, it's so important when the New National Party had set up all these safety nets programs. People talking about, crime and so on. But it was an avenue where all this employment created and the safety nets program that keep away people from crime and doing all kind of negative thing, occupy their life. So what you see now, more people going home, and you see what happened to the low-income bracket people. And people calling and crying now about that, but they have to call on the government to bring back those safety nets program, the money program, more forcefully, and other programs, the bushing program, and many other programs what the NNP had. And when you look at the situation now, it's real problems. People bawling for so with the cost of living and medicals and so on. It's amazing, so fast. And then when you look at projects, all I hear is the NNP projects. They open or they continue in government. Good, it's good to continue. But where is yours? Where are yours? I ain't hear you talking about, but I'm still calling on. I'm calling on the Ministry of MIT and the Ministry of Implementation, that boat bridge in Pulse. My heart still goes out because I could see.
Somebody says about 8 pieces of board they have to change?
Yeah, I hear so too. But my God, it's something.
Why don't go to one of the big companies and credit the board from them?
Yeah, go by around there,
the company I give them 200 toilet at cost price.
Yes, do that fast. Because I mean, this is unbearable. Yeah, Mr. Pierre, I listen in your program.
Yes, caller, thank you. The National Democratic Congress, it seems they're always hostile towards the Imani program and the people involved. And they have never really said why. They have never really said why. I am particularly interested to know why the National Democratic Congress is always hostile against the program, because I believe the program was a very good program. And in 2008, they promised them to increase the income they were getting to $1,000. They refused to increase it. They dismantled the program and fired those that involved in it. They started a new program with less than half of the numbers of people that was involved. Again, they promised, they apologized to them. Why is the NDC playing this psychological, torturous game with these young people? What wrong have they done, the National Democratic Congress? I believe the time has come for people to call on the NDC to state what is the position with these individuals. They're in limbo. They don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. The financial institutions would not take them seriously. The higher purchase stores would not take them seriously. Although some of them in the job 5-10 years. Because they know any day the government could come and fire them. This is torture. Now, why is the government doing that? These are the very young people that gravitated towards you because of what you promised them. These are the same young people that in 2008 you promised to raise the pay to $1,000. These are the very said people that in 2022 you promised to make all of them permanent. You informed them in November, December, that they would receive letters for the dismissal for those who over 35 years. They have not received these letters, but the speculation is running on the ground. The letters will come Monday, coming Friday, coming this week. May is the last, June is the last. Only July they have to go home. This is the present environment under which these individuals function. And no one can deny it's a psychologically torturous environment. Now, why the government of Grenada is subjecting its own people to such a highly emotional and stressful situation? I think the government, we have a right to call on the government. Make your position clear. What you intend to do with these people. Let them know. Don't spring it on them. You don't want to see them shed tears as the elderly people that shed tears in the hot sun in Grenville during the day when you deny them the $150. The same people you promised $650. So the Congress seems to have become a stranger to the truth. And the disinformation they're putting out is most impactful. So I call on you to let us know what is the government position for the e-money. Let them know what is the position. You can't continue to function like that. The number to call is 442-0175. Call and tell us what is your views, what is your opinion on it. Do you supportive of the e-money? Are you against it? Do you believe the government right to be so indecisive about a program that involves so many people? You can express your opinion on it. It's a period of time when people involved in the army, in the e-money program, the people involved in the e-money program were given a second chance to further their education. And some of them did. They did the examination. Some of them went to National College. Some of them went to St. George's University. Some of them went to Trinidad in the Agricultural College. Some of them had the opportunity to visit China. I know a few of them that went to China and did other agricultural courses and other courses outside of Grenada. So why the NDC government dislike the people in this group like that? Why? What is the reason? What is your opinion on it? Call us and tell us your opinion on it. You can give us your opinion on it. Sometimes you able to have the answers, or maybe you know why the government is so hostile against this group. Because we do not believe it is fair. We do not believe it is right for the government of the day to be hostile against the e-money program. You have thousands of people involved in the program. We believe it's a good program. Could you imagine you have people getting up and going and do some job that they like, and they're picking up experience on the road, and some of them did exams and enhanced their education. So now, what is the government attitude towards them? We have high unemployment in Grenada. Some other Caribbean islands have high unemployment too. Grenada had a strong social safety net program to put a sponge for those on the ground, so if they fall, they wouldn't bruise themselves. And the government seems to be dismantling the program. Some of the people who are receiving government assistance, the disadvantaged children, government is reducing the amount of assistance they give them. Some of them have been removed from the program. Met a girl in National College. She been given assistance, and she says she has been removed. So it's a big challenge for her because she don't have the type of family support. The family don't have the kind of financial support to take care. So it's a big challenge for her. She says she was trying to look for work on the weekend to facilitate the process. The government removed her from the program. So it's important to find out. It's difficult for me to see any political advantage for the government. Why the government is doing it. I don't see any political benefit for government to go after these people in the low-income group, people that have been given a second chance. We function in a country where 15 to 20% of the people that exit school meets the minimum requirement. But some people, when they are given a second chance, they go all out to succeed. And many of them do. The government seems to be robbing them of that second chance. People have hands-on, on-the-job training. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, what going to read us today?
Well, we inquiring what is the position on the Imani program.
Yes, but what going to read us today is like grand. Let's cut them off today or either credit. Which one?
Well,
Thing going on, you know, and they hushing them out. That way you see the government has to do what they're doing there because they sitting going on and they don't say nothing.
Some people like the raw politics, but these issues are important issues.
You have to talk about
Because
this.
over 3,000 young people, well, some of them may not be young again, because the government had Imani between, I think, 18 and 35, 39 years.
You will have this thing and them going on inside society and we hushing we mouth. Huh? That is why the government doing what it's doing there.
We have to constantly be pointing out these things.
We have to continue calling up and saying something. Everybody, what going on? What going on with us?
We want to know what is the position. Does people agree with the government? If you agree with the government, say that.
Well, how you could agree with the government and you cannot give your children and then what you could give your children and they have a job and they're taking it away from them. So what I want them to do, you as parents can employ your children, go and give your children they need and they have a job. They should talking about it. The parents and them and know their children going home, call and say something. What happened to them? Today is their last job? Huh? Well, let me big up my representative, Mr. Bello, Mr. Philip. Good afternoon, sir. And all the way for you, St. Patrick West. Everybody, pick up the phone and all you must give Mr. Philip a shout out. Tell him how you really wrong him. Every one of us, come on and stop sitting down and play hypocrite. Let we call up to Mr. Philip and tell him we really wrong him. Mr. Philip, good afternoon and have a blessed day today. God bless you. All St. Patrick West, come on board with Mr. Philip.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, and I think it's important. Maybe we, the electorates, have to take a whole new turn to politics. Because it's so easy for individuals to walk away from the people in the lower income group. Sometimes the people in the lower income group don't have attractive law to offer people. And when you have a government that seems to believe that they have to increase their income by shopping in the government coffers, that could be an attractive law for some people to abandon the struggle and abandon the cause of the less fortunate and jump on the bandwagon of the government. So one have to always applaud the people who stay in the struggles with them. Nelson Mandela was a lawyer, you know. Was a successful lawyer. And when he decided to fight the case and take on the struggles of the people in South Africa in the apartheid system, he knew that his days of wealth and fortune was over. But he did. So sometimes we have to show quite a lot of support and gratitude and respect for those who prepare to fight the good fight. Because others abandon the cause. They said, no, me and my family go benefit more if I jump on the bandwagon at the National Democratic Congress. This is one of the worst time in Grenada when we find a government targeting the people in the lower income group and making their life miserable. Immediately when the government come in, the elderly, the physically challenged in the Grenada was put at an economic disadvantage. Although the government promised them prior to the election that they will raise the income to $650, they quoted the World Bank. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, scholar, welcome.
And how are you?
Great, man.
Right. I heard some news or report from the
You're
Ministry,
kind of low.
from the Ministry of Agriculture.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Agriculture was working out a new plan and a new program they have for farmers, helping farmers in their land. I'm not too sure of the whole package because he did not give the whole package. But he said that the farm labor will be changed to the extent that the worker will have to get the persons to work the land. I don't know how he intend to do it, but he said the person will be. So in other words, government will not going to select a team. You, the person that applies for farm labor support, will have to recommend somebody that you're comfortable with. He talked about we are revitalizing nutmegs, cocoa, banana, and other citrus. And when he say right now we can't do citrus.
What he can do?
Citrus. Because they had this citrus problem.
Citrus greening disease.
Yeah. So he talk about other things that they want to put in. But I thought he would have hold a meeting or expect a meeting with the farmers instead of just go to a press conference. Have a meeting with the farmers in the different villages or the different parishes and outline a comprehensive program. I would have preferred to see that, and at least I hope that they will be doing that instead of just talking to the press on the matters. I think you should go directly to the farmers within the village. I also heard him say that they have changed some of the extension officers. They moved them to other areas. I thought in that respect you would have given us an idea as to who are the officers, where they are changed to, and how they're working.
You know these things are things that ministry always be doing.
Yeah, but if you're telling us you're changing up the system, and you're changing extension officers and whatnot, I think you should give us a whole package so that we understand who are the officers in the north, who are the officers in the south, who are the officers in the and what the different persons responsible for.
You don't find the minister should have tell us that he bring back the pest management unit for Sauce-Up?
Well, I don't hear you say that.
And we have nothing to help us in cocoa husbandry?
No.
Because the husbandry practice in cocoa is bad?
Very, very bad.
In addition to that,
I went to St. John, St. Patrick's, St. Mark's, and I can tell you that I have not seen a cocoa tree that is pruned for the last how much years.
And the government fired 30 people in Grand Bay Estate?
Yeah.
How you could be talking about agriculture and you find people from government estate?
And if you want production, you have to go that way. You must prune the cocoa.
And why government don't plant 50 acres of Sauce-Up in Grand Bay and plant 50 acres in the different areas?
Yeah, they have a lot of land plain.
Because at least we cannot produce enough Sauce-Up.
That's true.
So this is when the government talking for people who don't know about agriculture.
Yeah, I really thought I would have seen a comprehensive program on, give us the amount of money in the program, what farmers could pull down and how you select the farmers and so on. I would have preferred to see that. Because what I think may happen again is that the government may go and give cocoa and nutmeg at $300,000 again, and you call back the extension officer for a month, 2 months, and then you leave them in the rain again.
And
That
by the
cannot develop
time
the
you get to
production.
know about the farms, they've said farms done, and they have enough people.
Yeah. So we need to get something more comprehensive.
I think the government just joking. If the government want to make contribution to agriculture, the government must invest, bringing 1,000 new people over the next 4 years in CMOS production.
Yeah, and there's a lot of land that have cocoa and nutmeg in it still, and it's just the harvesting problem and pulling.
Well, what we need to do is to strengthen the cocoa husbandry practices.
Yeah.
Or maybe tell us how much acres of new cocoa you will plant and if you have the plants available. And seriously subsidize the plants.
Exactly.
Or maybe government could tell us what initiative you have for the flowers industry. Particular areas like Brudge Grove and Cloger and the higher belt where you could plant anthurium lilies, etc.
Yeah, well, Robert Branch was doing very well in the Bonaccord area with them.
And government could maybe tell us whether you could get somebody to produce queens so we increase the beekeeping industry.
Yeah.
And government could tell us what you're doing to increase fish production.
And the way forward for the marketing board right now, because...
And the way forward for the marketing board.
Yeah, I mean, we should be aware of that.
Because they close down the marketing board and it seems that they don't close it down.
Because I am prepared to ask the minister those questions. I am prepared once they have a meeting to ask the minister a question.
They close down the market board and it seems that they don't close it down. The government making
they have not told us how many workers they kept. They said they had 92. Then they come back and say 94. But they never tell the public how many workers was kept. You know?
And there are a number of products that we have market for. And the government should meet with the source of exporters. After 11 months, they're begging the government for a meeting and the government refused to meet with them.
And the they're still telling you, you're still not sure as to where the new food going, and they're still asking the farmers to take a haircut. So if the marketing board owe you $2 million or $1 million, they're telling you you must take $500,000.
Well, marketing board have assets worth 18 million.
Yeah, but
So
the price that said that he had prepared to take over all the assets. Why now you want the farmers to cut the cost?
Well, marketing board have assets owning 18 million. So the government is joking about agriculture. If the government is serious about agriculture, you will hear government talking about increase in CMOS production by introducing about 100 new people in each parish.
Well, he did say they want to increase the CMOS production. He said that.
The government
but I'm saying we want a comprehensive something that you could look back and read on, not just go in a
There is some general statement. You know, those guys could write good.
We need to see a booklet
nothing concrete.
with those things so that we could hold the government to question
The government has done nothing concrete. Yeah.
That's my concern.
Yeah, my brother.
Good.
Yes, the government seems don't know where they're about. They don't know what they're about. And it's interesting, you know, because agriculture had about 12 people. Initially, they said advise, lead or something. Yes, caller, welcome.
Afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome. Yeah.
How are you?
Great, man.
Mr. Pierre, let me ask you a question. Do you see this country going forward?
Well, we could go forward, you know.
I'm not asking, are you finding that this country is going forward?
Right now, no.
Okay. You know, all them NDC supporters are very arrogant person. I was talking to a friend, and I said, why Grenada in a deep hole? Why Grenada in a deep hole? Why you reaching the people bad? I said, I didn't reach nobody bad. I just say Grenada is in a deep hole, and it is in a deep hole.
Right now, we're in a deep hole.
We're in a deep hole, of course. Yeah. We see nothing going. Nothing going forward for us. Look what happening to the Ministry of Education. All children have to enter secondary school. Why?
Well, it could be, I'm hearing some new things now that 1 or 2 ministers had children that would have not succeeded. So they want to put them inside.
The Prime Minister have a daughter in it too. So they feel if they fail now, you go disappoint them. So
they say 1 or 2 ministers' children didn't do so well, so they're feeling bad. Secondly, sometimes they must see some NNP children they don't want to put in the choices that they have.
Yes, so they don't call it no.
Yeah.
A little child call the program and talking point program there. Mr. Pierre Water come out to me and Children's Card program. A little child. She says she disappointed and she want to know what position her school will pay because her school pays first last year.
Yes,
and the children are looking forward for that.
Some people look forward for the position.
Mr.
And if you're going to have so you discuss the issue. Nothing is wrong in a government changing the policy, but you need discussion on it with all the stakeholders.
Mr. Pierre, let them do what they want.
And if you decide to put everybody in the secondary school, do you have any remedial program for some people to work with those who are in extra trouble? Because 70% of the children that exit school cannot meet the basic requirement.
No, you always says that.
So it's a policy up and out as quick as possible.
Oh my God. I had 2 grandchildren going to school. The little one, she's slow and she meets her sister in the grade 3. And I say, if they keep it up in grade 3, they have a right to keep it up because you're not doing proper. And if they put her up, ask them to put her back down because she's not doing well.
But you see, it's a means now maybe to cover the pride and ego of a few of them because their children, they don't want them to stay back.
Yes.
And one have to be very careful they're not using that to cause children not to get the choice of school that they want.
That is what they're doing.
The government is very unscrupulous.
These people are them sick, man, and people want to be arrogant because talking about them people and they ain't doing nothing right.
Well, one of the things it's saying that is to prevent you from speaking.
Yeah. Well,
just always be respectful, but don't stop speak.
No. I will never don't stop speak. Wait, they're doing wrong and they're doing wrong.
If you look at the language of the National Democratic Congress, it has been very insulting and dismissive. And arrogant.
Disrespectful.
Yeah. No respect for the people in the lower income. They call them eater food people.
No.
Greedy and needy.
Yes.
Nasty people. They don't have sense.
Yes. Why they didn't save money? Why they didn't save money when they was young?
Yeah.
All them kind of stupid. My God is good, Mr. Pierre. You take care of a good
Thank you,
evening.
ma'am. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So the Congress have a serious, I don't know if it's a virus that affects the DNA, but the language used by some of the top members of the National Democratic Congress is very unacceptable. Very dismissive language. Very insulting and demeaning language. Very arrogant language. I've been hearing, and one have to ask in the days coming, whether the cooperative bank has been the latest agent of restorative justice, because they seem to be sponsoring individuals on radio that is very dismissive of a political party and its supporters. Those individuals that the cooperative bank is sponsoring on radio. It appears that the bank sponsoring them to attack a political party and their supporters. Yes, caller, welcome. Okay, so you just call back, caller. So we have to ask these questions. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good day, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my brother.
Mr. Pierre, I have a problem with this minister what running South St. George.
You're kind of low. Let me hear you.
I have a problem.
Yeah.
The man come over, Pastor Simon, he was confessing in Pastor Simon church. where he work, what he do, he lose his work, and all kind of thing like that. I don't find this man right for it to run for politics at all.
Yeah, but you see, that democracy is people are putting you.
You understand?
Once the people that put you say you're good, you're good.
You find so?
You only people are putting you, one man, one vote.
Uh-huh.
So even though you behave bad,
But I
and people
find they
say,
should pass a law for this thing if you been in corruption
yeah, but the
in this
people,
kind of manner.
but
You
the
don't have
people,
no right to run for election.
but did the people know about it?
Well, he confessed to you.
Well, yes, although you confess, but the law say, I think you have, if you're in prison, you can run. But once you're not in prison, you could run. And if the people say they want you, remember Mandela was in jail too, you know.
Yeah,
Tillman Thomas was in jail.
but it's for what?
Yeah, but the public didn't know nothing about these things.
Will he confess?
Well, he confessed in a church. So he get baptized clearly once and become a saint. He come like St. Paul. St. Paul was changed from Saul to Paul, you know.
All right.
Paul go killing Christians. God put a scale on the eye, he come back converting people again, you know. All Peter and them afraid Paul, you know. So maybe when he confess in the church, he get a clean slate.
Later.
And after that, he gonna lend 2 million from the bank. See how he work? Yes, so the question is, the time has come for the government to play their hand where the Imani program is concerned. People are emotionally affected. People are living in limbo. They don't know what is the status of job, what would happen tomorrow. And I believe that is a level of psychological torture. And it is not correct, it's not right. And those who have any influence on the National Democratic Congress executive members should advise them that they are wrong. What they're doing is not right. It is unacceptable. And they are disadvantaging the people in the lower income group. And what wrong the Imani has done, the NDC, that they dislike this group so much. We're back with you again tomorrow between 12 and 1 for another opportunity when you could call on the radio and punch on any issue that you so desire. Thank you very much.